Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I don't even know where to begin with this one, so we'll start by looking at the truck. This is going to be real. There you can kind of see it. There is a giant crack in the windshield of Abel, and I reported this to my insurance company at least 2 months ago, and it's taken this long to get to this point. Had to go through Omni glass to get a new piece of glass, and at the time that this happened, they didn't have any in stock. They got like a couple hundred in all at once, and so they had to crate up one of them and send it out to the installers, which is Big Rig Glass here in Portland. And they're saying that when they went through Omni, it was just an absolute headache to deal with them. So I'm not sure. I've never experienced anything with them. I've never done business with them before. And as far as I know, they are one of the only places, if not the only place, that has these windshields for sale. Other people might have the actual Omni glass windshield for sale, but they bought it from Omni and then they marked up the price to sell it to everybody else. So a little behind the scenes action, in case you're wondering. I went through and sanded down and wire brushed down some of the rust spots on the exoskeleton and put 2 or 3 more coats of paint on it. I used my favorite paint, of course, Rust-Oleum Professional in a can, to redo that. It looks really sharp, but now, of course, we've got to get the windshield replaced. I have installers on the way. They're supposed to be here in the next hour and a half or so. I did get a new window seal. However, I don't understand how this works, because if you look at it, there's really nowhere that I can tell that, because this, I believe, is for the actual windshield. But how does it stay in the truck? Is it glued in there or something? I can see these little drain holes on the ends. Is there something that slides in there? I just don't know. This seal was just on a whim on eBay. I saw one listed and the part number matched, so I bought it. I honestly don't know if it's going to work or not. It's just weird. It's like there's something missing. Like when you look at this, it's got, I don't know. I don't get it. It seems like there's 2 pieces to it, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyhow, I'll let the window installers deal with that, because there's no other part number that I could find that was associated with a second seal on this in the parts TM. It's just this one. So there must be some sort of a pocket that this drops down into or something. I can't tell. I'm guessing that's probably it, because this bulge and this little flap right here, it looks like they push in to something, and then this kind of balloons up like that, and that's what keeps it in place. It's really hard to tell. Anyhow, before they get here, I've got to get the wipers off this thing to make it a little bit easier for them. And I don't think I'm going to have to take that heater vent out, but I might. I'll find out when they get here, but we're going to do a little time lapse on this, and we'll just go from there. I don't know what else to do in this situation. So hopefully the glass gets put in and it doesn't get snapped in half while they're putting it in. But the way this whole thing is going, it's really kind of disappointing that it's ended up taking so long. This should have been taken care of a long time ago. The glass cracked while we were just driving. So we were driving. It was cooler outside. I had the heat on in the cab, and it cracked. It just out of the blue cracked. Nothing really hit it that I could tell, but anyhow, let's do this time lapse, and then once this is all said and done, we'll talk about it at the end of the video. Stay tuned. I'm not sure what this seal is for, but it is definitely not for an LMTV. So the $80 that I spent on this is gone. Yep. Part number matches the one from the LMTV part number book, but there's nothing to hold it in. So like there's a section for the window to sit in, and then there's nothing to hold it inside. I'm not sure if the newer ones get glued in or what the deal is. Anyhow, this went really well. The installers were able to reuse the old seal. They said it was, strangely enough, almost brand new. They pulled out the windshield, they pushed it out from the corner. You probably saw it in the time lapse there. And then I had them clean up the seal really good, and then they just reused it, and it didn't take them long at all. Maybe like 45 minutes total from the time they got here till the time they were done. Highly recommend Big Rig Glass here in Portland. I will leave a link to their website if any of you locally ever need to get glass replaced in your LMTV. They're going to know how to do the process now. They're going to know how to get a hold of Omni Glass and fight with them to get the glass here, and then of course get it installed. But that couldn't have gone any better. I did have to take the heat vent, the defrost vent out for them to be able to get in there and get to the bottom of that seal on the inside. And they use what's called a rope technique. So they put a rope inside that channel that runs along the inside of the truck, and then they just pull that as one person stands on the outside and pushes the window towards them, and then that got it seated in there. And let me tell you, what a world of difference. No windshield scratch marks. This is actually shiny and it has gloss to it. The old one was just all matte and flat. It's almost like somebody ran sandpaper on it for a really long time, and I was never able to polish it back to its original gloss. So anyhow, yeah, that's probably going to be it for this episode, guys. There was something else I was going to tell you and I forgot what it was. I'll probably touch on that in the next episode. But other than that, I hope you guys are staying safe, taking care of each other, and as always, I will catch you next time. Links are in the description always in these videos, guys, so check it out. Take care. Bye-bye.